part of Fremde werden Freunde here in Vienna, and we are an organization that aims at participation, togetherness, social cohesion. And among other exciting projects, we have one project that aims at bringing people together through sport activities. And this autumn, we have a course in basketball with coach Mohammad Yaseen. And he's training us just in the basics of basketball. But in addition to that, he is a mental health coach for children, and he has founded his own program, Basketball Plus. And we are very happy to have you here today, Mo, and I'm excited to talk about your project today.
Thank you for having me, Lili.
It's great to have you here.
I'm so excited to have the interview with you today.
Cool. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and also about your project, Basketball Plus. How did you
So starting from my name is Mohammad Yaseen, as you said. I am from Syria. I came to Austria almost now, if I can count the years, maybe seven years already. I studied Oriental studies. Maybe I think the same studies you studied already.
Yes, it's always.
Yes, I'm already finished my studies now. And I started with the project Basketball Plus almost 1 year ago, but we started exactly the trainings 3 or 4 months ago with the kids. And for the summer it was intense. Now we are planning for the winter trainings. Mm-hmm. The whole idea about Basketball Plus, I think it has many reasons. I mean, everything started for me. So if I would like to talk about how the Basketball Plus idea came to my mind, to be honest, it has many reasons. The first reason is that I saw in Austria. I mean, the idea started from Syria, because since I was loved in this game, I always wanted to do something related to basketball in my future. So I was always having this idea. I want to do something as a job with basketball. I want to be working with this field. I don't want to work like in a regular job where I have to come and work on the office. I want to do something with the basketball. So when I came to Austria and I tried to play with teams here, I saw that Austria is they are not focusing on basketball so much, like football. So I thought it is my place now here to make something especially actually for the people, or especially for the kids and teenagers who has a migration background. So the idea came to my mind, and of course, I mean, also there's things also motivated me to continue or to do the step exactly. That there is, for example, whenever I go play basketball, there's parents that ask me, "Can you please take my kids to play with you and show them how you play basketball?" So these little things also supported me and motivated me to start with this project. Yes.
And as far as I know, you were also a mental health coach for children, weren't you?
Right.
So you combined those two things into your project?
100%. So the idea also why the name of this Verein or this organization called Basketball Plus, because it is not just basketball. Mm-hmm. It is also, we are offering also mental help. Mm-hmm. I want in this organization to give the kids and teenagers, like any basketball clubs in Austria, normal training and professional trainings, but plus we give them this mental help. For example, if they are suffering something, because they are new culture, new language, everything new for them. So of course they need motivation. They need also support. So whenever they need, for example, help with the school, they have problems, they face problem with the family. I want that they trust me as a trainer, so they can share the stories with me. Mm-hmm. So, and since I'm working as a Gesundheit trainer, health trainer in the schools, and with a Verein called Afia, which is also a known organization in Austria, I'm working with them since 3 or almost 4 years. So I thought it would be a very nice thing to mix between the basketball and this mental health.
So was that already the plan from the beginning, or did you add the mental health part later
as I
to
said,
the
in Syria or before, I always had this idea that I want to do something with the sport. I want to do something with the basketball exactly. But later when I came to Austria, because in Syria I have never dreamed that I will be in Austria one day. I have never really dreamed, and because of the war and everything happened. But now, when I came to Austria and I saw that it is new culture, it is everything new, and I'm sure there's many traumatized kids and teenagers, and which they need help, and many of them also they are here without family or they are without parents, and they are almost facing everything alone. So I thought I have to add this mental help since I'm working with the AFI also. And we need something, it will be also a unique idea, doing basketball with this mental health.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that is also something that we aim for in our sport project, to have on the surface it's just sport, but I think it's a perfect way to bring people together and have this accessible way of having groups and ways to talk about things that is not necessarily, for example, therapy or something.
Sure.
But you bring that mental health aspect.
Right. I mean, also when I checked what Austria offers, what Vienna offered, there is very nice organizations. They make activities for these people or for these kids, for these teenagers. But there is no one until now just focused on basketball exactly and giving also the mental help. So I thought it is maybe since I love this game, and I'm also working with this in the schools and with the AFIA with these kids. So I thought I have to do this since I'm doing both of them, and and also I always saw that there is kids, they really love basketball, but they don't have money to pay for the normal clubs, 350 or 400 euros. So I thought it would be a nice idea that I do it. And yes, and of course, the normal clubs will not offer the mental help, so that's why I do it.
So, and how can we imagine a training like that? Do you have certain methods to combine basketball and mental health, strategies or something?
Sure. So when I already had this idea and I made it in reality, of course I made a plan. So the plan is, as I said, it will be not playing basketball for fun. I want these kids or these teenagers that are coming to this organization, they have to learn basketball. They should be maybe in some months they should be able to play in a good way, or they'll be not just for fun. But also, of course, so I could make this plan. I had to work with trainers. So I also, of course, I have some professional trainers. I have a friend who he used to be a professional basketball player, and he has been also coaching basketball since long. So I called him. I told him, can you also help me to build for my organization a plan, training plan. So we were sitting together and also putting this plan together. So of course we have I have a plan how to teach these kids a basketball training. So we starting how to dribble, how to shoot, how to move, which is allowed, which is not allowed in basketball. So I teach them everything, as I also from how I learned it from the clubs, because I used to play in clubs before. So everything I learned, I try to give these kids also to what I learned.
But that is not very focused on the sport aspect of the basketball. How do you bring the mental health aspect into that? Is it just that you're available as a trainer to speak to because you're a person that they probably share experiences with, or do you have certain strategies to bring that?
This actually is a very good question, because also it's a tricky question, because you can when I tell the kids, come here, there's basketball, I don't tell them directly, okay, you need help, or So of course they come, we play. In the first trainings, I don't speak anything about the help or mental help or support I'm here, because of course in the beginning you need to build a connections between the trainer and the kids. And also this is exactly the main goal, which I think it's very nice, because so I can trust you. Maybe sitting here with you, I will maybe not trust you as much as when we have something active. So when we play like something, when we have a sporty activity, I'm gonna see you. We're gonna do it in friendly way. So you're gonna see my friendly, like Mohammad. So we're gonna have these connections, you know. So this was also the idea that I trained them, and while the first three or four trainings, we're gonna build these trust connections. After that, I start to give them, after the training, maybe have an hour sitting together, talking just about how it's going on with their lives. Tell me about something. We start, for example, how are you today? And from that point, I'll tell them, for example, can you tell me something beautiful happened with you last week?
Okay.
You know, and some of them will tell me there's nothing maybe special or nice happened to me last week. So they tell me if there's something bad happened to them. So we're gonna, you know, talking, and from that point we started. They are used to tell me what's happened with them, and when I see there's a boy he needs really to talk more about what he has, of course I invite him for like a private talk. So this is exactly what we're working on. So we have a group talking where I can give them motivations, I can give them advices. We'll also experience stories. Not just they are telling me about what happened with them. Also, I am telling them what happened with me, so they can see that we are exchanging stories. And of course, because if they see just I'm taking from them, not giving them, they will be like, okay, you know. So of course, I have to tell them also what is happening with me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're basically using basketball to create a safe space.
Right.
And you're trusting me now to tell me all these things because we played basketball together before,
I'm not
right?
telling you anything.
So for every interview, the person first has to play basketball with you, I guess?
100%. I mean, for everything, if I have to trust me, I have to bring him to basketball court first.
How did basketball influence you in your personal life and in your story? Also, you mentioned before that it was an important part of your arrival here in Austria and getting to know people. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, I think it's very funny story how everything started with basketball. I think I was 16 at school, and I always watched my friends playing basketball, but I didn't play it in my life at all. I was 15 or 16. I don't remember exactly the age. And once a kid wanted to go to the toilet while they are playing basketball game, and they needed a player. I was watching them. Said, "Mohammad, you are tall. Come play with us." I was standing I don't know, well, just watching. I have no clue how they play. So from that day, exactly when I was in the game, I liked how they move, how they play. When they gave me the ball, I had to pass, I had to shoot, it was exciting for me. So every day, and then I asked them, can I play, can I join? And I saw that I'm getting better very fast. Mm-hmm. So I started playing with them every day, and then joined a club in Syria, in Damascus, at that age. And then I also continue playing every day. So I think this is how I think when I was 15 or 16 when I joined playing basketball.
So when you first came to Austria, did you also have the chance to continue playing basketball, or what role did basketball play in your life when you first came to Austria?
I was excited about it. I came because I thought, I heard before Germany is very good with basketball, and Spain, but I didn't have an idea about Austria, how good Austria is. So I started looking for basketball teams to join. I joined 2 teams, in Vienna, one in Vienna, and I used to play for I think 3 years in Baden with a team called Blackjacks. And then it was also fun. It was also a nice experience because also I played in tournaments with this team. So of course I joined playing, and also I spent so much time in Vienna playing with friends in parks, where I made so many connections, and I made so many friends. And one of my best friends now, I met him in basketball court in Vienna.
So I guess that is also something that you want for the children, to
100%.
Just have this...
To build a society, to let them know each other, to take them away from maybe bad habits, from smoking, being on the phone the whole day, and yes, just to motivate them, do more sport, being away from the bad things. That's all, and also build like make a society for themselves, because I believe that through sport, through basketball, I met so many nice people. And it was, for me, basketball is more than a game. It's really like I made. Also, I could find jobs through basketball. These people, when you play, when you make a break, you talk where you're from, and okay, you play nice. Can I take your number? Can I take your Facebook? Blah blah. And then you somehow you are like meeting them more and more and more, and then becoming best friends. And maybe they show you the way, maybe to find a job or something. It's always something nice happens from there.
I think that's perfect. That's like literally our motto.
So I invite everyone to play basketball, please.
Well, we are already doing that.
Right.
But thanks that you're building this wonderful bridge towards the next question 100%. That I meant to ask.
Well, tell me, what is the next question, please?
Because you're now teaching this course with us at Fremde werden Freunde.
Right.
And like how can everybody else imagine trainings? Because I've been to the trainings. Well, it's wonderful.
Okay. Maybe you can start with your feedback about the course, and then I can tell you my opinion about how it's gonna be. How it is.
Well, okay, so now I'm.
So because you joined the training twice or twice?
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
So you are able to say your feedback about it.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think it was exactly the same experience that you have described before. Just this feeling of having a team around you. I haven't done team sport in ages, and for me it has been wonderful to just get back into playing with other people and having this team experience
100%.
and like the togetherness.
This is exactly the goal, that to meet friends there, to have fun, of course to do sport, and of course also the main thing, to learn how to play basketball. So we are doing it as a fun. Also, we are not doing it like to be in NBA after 1 year.
I'm not so sure about that.
We are not going to be in NBA like soon, but we are going like to learn, or we are learning in this course, Miteinander, werden Freunde, how to be able to learn the basics in basketball and how to be able to play basketball. Of course, not to be professional, but to be able, when you are, for example, if you see 2 people playing in the park, tell them, oh, I learned with the coach Mohammad how to play basketball, so I'm able to challenge you guys. So these kind of things we are working on. Well,
I'm not sure when exactly I'm going to start challenging random people on the street for basketball.
You are already ready for this.
I'm totally ready for this, absolutely. But would you say that there are differences between teaching children and teaching adults, or is it just the same?
There is. But the kids are more fun. I'm just kidding. With the kids,
I wouldn't be offended.
With the kids, maybe with a bit older people, you can give them more strict trainings. With them, you can give them really like a training for a longer time. For example, you cannot tell the kids, now we have just for dribbling exercises, it will be for them boring, and it will be for them very tough and very hard. So, but I can do this with the older people. But from both, of course, the same trainings, we are learning the same sport, but of course with different method. With the kids, we can use more challenging games, because they like challenging. You like when they like to win. They like to laugh a lot. So you have to give them more between every exercise a challenging game, so it will be for them fun. With the older one, we're also having fun, of course, but we're also focusing maybe how to dribble, how to do this and that. Yes.
So can we learn anything from the children instead?
Maybe you can join the training one day with the kids.
Maybe we can learn to have more fun and be less competitive or something. So do you have any favorite stories about how basketball has made an impact in the children's lives, in your life, in someone else's life?
Well, I have 2 stories actually. I start with the story from my project with Basketball Plus.
Sure.
This story it was like a very nice stop I experienced, where I have once in the week training with the kids, And I always tell them, can you come, you have, the training start at 5:30. And every time I go to the training, I always come early. So you have to prepare for them, bring the balls. It's like if somebody comes earlier, I'm there before him. But there's always one kid, he comes 1 hour before. 1 hour. I'm also, the first time I asked him, why? He said, yeah, I don't know, I want to come early. But the second time I also was surprised. The third time I had to ask him, why are you coming early? He said, you know what, I always miss the training. So it was for me like very nice and cute to hear this from him, that he is missing the training so much that he has to come 1 hour earlier. So every time I come to the training, this kid Ahmed has to be the first one, and even before me, and even 1 hour before the training. So whenever I ask him again now, he said, I miss the training, I love the training so much, I come early. This was a nice story for me, and this also support me to come earlier than him.
To ask, did you start coming earlier?
Actually, not that early, but I was early. But the first story, I faced in Vienna when I used to teach also like Arabic language. So when I finished the training, this Arabic lesson, I was dressed like this, and I was in folk theater. I was passing by, and I saw people playing. I didn't know this place before. And I asked them, can I play with you? I join you playing. And said, are you going to play like this? I said, I don't have another clue. I will play like a bit. So I played quite good at that time. And one person had to ask me, how can you play? Where are you from? I said, I'm from Syria. He was like shocked. Do you play really in Syria basketball? I was like shocked from his question. Yes, of course we play basketball. And he said, your English is also very good. Do you speak English? So his question was like very raw questions, like how you ask me these questions. And he asked me, you play very good. I didn't know that in Syria they play good basketball or they speak good English. And he saw me speaking with the Turkish people. There's some Turkish people. I was speaking with them in Turkish. So he was surprised that I speak also Turkish. And then I told him, why are you asking these questions? For me, it's a bit weird, maybe somehow. And he said, no, just for me, because I know that there's war, and you come from war, and you're supposed to be sad. I said, come on, of course there is war, but I will not be like crying until, when I left Syria until now crying. Of course I have to be optimistic, and I have to play, and I continue living. So now he became my best friend. His name is Stefan. He's also known.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, and he became my best friend, and he invited me directly to his Geburtstag party. Like birthday party, and we became the best friends. But this story had also made me like a shock. Why these people are also asking me this question? Of course, I come from the war, but this doesn't mean that we have nothing, or like we never play basketball. So this was also not a funny like a story like with Ahmed, but it was weird. But also this made me also be a very good friend with this Stefan, and maybe educate him or tell him how we live, how Syrians live in Syria, or what we have in Syria. Because there is really some people think in Syria we are like, basics, like we just have like desert and these weird things,
I think many people can't fathom how life continues while there is war.
Right.
Because all the pictures, and by we, I mean generally people in Austria, in Germany, wherever, often just see these pictures of war in the media. So the only story we have about countries like Syria, for example, is that story of war.
100%.
And for you in that instance, basketball gave you the opportunity to tell a completely different story.
100%.
And I guess that was surprising for them when they heard that.
To tell you also a story, it's also happened to me, and also I met my best friend, his name also by coincidence, also Stefan. Once on my Instagram, I thought Vienna is, there is people playing basketball, but it's not like I wanted to do something active. Mm-hmm. So I thought, okay, I will post a story on Instagram to challenge the people, invite people to challenge me 1 against 1, and who wins, I will give him a perfume. So okay. There's people who wrote me, I will challenge you. So the first challenger, he wrote me, he said, okay, let's meet tomorrow or after tomorrow, and I'm ready to challenge you. So I was planning to go with him, and I told him it should be filmed. So you have proof that you lost. So I saw two people there playing basketball. I told them, can you go away from just for 10 minutes, so we're gonna challenge this person, and then we are done, and then we can play together. So I told one guy of them, I said, can you film me with my phone? He said, why should you film me with your phone? I'm like a photographer and filmmaker. I have my camera and have everything. So he started to film the game, and he's adding his voice inside the video and commenting on it was a very beautiful video. And I thought, actually, and then I was home and listening to the video, and I thought his voice is perfect for this this idea. I want to invite him always to be part of this challenging videos. So now he is my best friend, and he also one of my best friends, and also he is the person who made my video of the Basketball Plus, because I made a video where I present the idea in a video. So he was the person. So also, as I said, I really met so many people. I met very good friends. I met interesting people. Even if they don't become your friends, you could learn either how good they play. They could teach you moves in basketball. They could you can just have a friendly talk. It should not be always your best friends.
I just want to say, but also you're managing to have conversations that actually regard the entireness of society
100%.
On this very basic level of just having this exchange through basketball, but actually working against prejudices that are pre-existent.
I even learned German from playing always with people. German, every time you go there, you cannot just say I speak in English. I always had to start and challenge my fear speaking in German, making mistakes while playing basketball, because everyone is friendly there, just nobody is coming to fight, so everyone there is friendly, and then you can just try your German, what you learned. So there I could learn also good German.
Actually, in which language do you do your trainings with basketball?
In German.
In German?
In German.
So where do the children come from? All
there are mixed
places,
different places, but of course if there are newcomers joining the training, I use also some Arabic words, or I also use Arabic. I mean, there's sometimes we have mostly just people are in a group speaking Arabic, so I add more Arabic in the training, but I also focus that also when it's mixed, I just speak German.
So it's actually also an opportunity for the kids to learn German.
100%. It's also the idea that I want them to, maybe it's also be that they could learn German faster.
So what is your vision for the future of Basketball Plus, or maybe also for you personally as a coach?
I'm talking about Basketball Plus. I would love to, which is maybe, I don't know if it's a dream, but I would like to make a basketball academy in Vienna or in Austria, bigger than just one training and one course and stuff. I want to make an academy for everyone, not just for kids, for boys and girls, for older people, even not just also for really old people, to just make it for them also a group. This also I learned from Syria when I was in Syria. I was so a group of old people playing together. They played so good. As also for me, I was a teenager, I could not really challenge them because they were very good to challenge them. So I also want to make this also. So I offer basketball for every age and for everyone, but also I also want to mix with the basketball also education. I just also want to give not just a sport. I want to tell the people the basketball is more than a game. This is a place where we can bring everyone together here. We can learn together we can learn from each other. We can also learn the language from each other. Of course, we're gonna bring maybe Austrians here. There's Arabic people here. There's from different nationalities. So if this person want to learn German, he will use his. I mean, he will learn from the Austrian. And if the Austrian want to learn Arabic, he also can learn. So we can have a learning spot, learning place, but based on basketball.
What I think is amazing, often there's this idea that when you have projects in Austria, that people from other places learn from the people in Austria. But what you're describing is mutual learning,
right,
and giving something
right,
back.
but also one of the most points I also want to focus on, that from this academy which I dream about, that I want to make mental health there, because I really believe that it is very important and everyone needs. If you know or you don't know, we are all traumatized. It doesn't matter that if I come from Syria, I'm just traumatized. Everyone could be traumatized from a bad situation in his family, or from I don't know, from maybe a financial situation. So I want also this place to be also a part where I can find people I can trust. I play with them, I train with them, but also these people I trust, so I can share with them my problems. Because also I studied, I'm as a health trainer. I want to focus that the basketball trainers will work with me. They also have this. They learned how to deal with people and to be able to advise people and to give them the mental help. You know, so it will be like also mixed from everything.
I actually just thought of another question. I hope I'm not opening a completely new one, but I think it could be a very interesting one. Because actually what is a huge issue at the moment is talking about men's mental health, because men under 50, I think, have one of the highest suicide rates, because there are not so many opportunities, or there are opportunities, but it's regarded differently in society for men to talk about their problems and to talk 100%. About mental health.
And also mostly people think when they are older, okay, they know how their life goes, and they don't need help. Just the kids need help, or I don't know, younger people, they need help. No, we also have to take care of this age and these people, because as I said, this age mostly they think it's a bit hard to share their problems with people, so they always keep it to themselves, which is also dangerous. That's why also my dream to include all people, men and women, together, like in playing also sport, but also, as I said, let them share what they have. I played with the people that are older than me. I really saw that it is much easier when they know me more and we played more and more and more. They could easily share what they have. And I was sometimes surprised, like after playing 3-4 times together, we played together, they could tell me everything they have. And I wish at that time, maybe when I was maybe younger, I could not help that like now, because I didn't have the experience how to advise or how to deal with people like now. But like now, as I said, that's why I think it is the best way to be able to help through sport. Yes.
I think that's an amazing vision, and Mohammad, thank you so much
for
your
welcome.
time.
Thank you for this conversation
and all this amazing input. Thank you.